Hello, this is Daniel Mark, and today I will be doing a review on last night's episode of The Walking Dead. Um, Too Far Gone. Okay, now if you've been following my channel, sorry about the angle. If you've been following my channel, you probably already know that I'm on season. I just started season 2. Well, really need to get this one out of the way because I feel like I'm about to explode. Now, this will contain major spoilers. Now, I do mean major. So, if you haven't watched the mid-season final yet, I suggest you stop this video, go watch it on Netflix on demand or wherever the hell you guys want to watch it, and then come back and see this. Okay, now those who are still left, and are watching this, you guys know how the episode was an all-out mother effing war, okay? Versus the governor and Rex groups, groups. So yeah, I do believe this was maybe the most anticipated episode of the season or the series, in my opinion. I mean, it's just as good, and I honestly think that I think this should have been the final we had at season 3, but I'm happy we didn't and we got it for the mid-season final. So yeah, it was awesome. It was an all-out war. I want to pay my respects to Herschel, who died last night, and the governor, who also died last night. Who else died last night? Mitch. Yeah, we don't care about him, but those who want to pay respects, go ahead. Same thing with Alicia, Julio, and all the other people who died last night. And yeah, especially Herschel and the governor, because they were fan favorites all around. And yeah, now this episode, I don't even know where to begin to start, because I was a lost for words when Merle was reintroduced. I was a lost for words when Merle died. I was a lost for words negatively during the season 3 final. I've been a lost for words very little during The Walking Dead, mostly season 3. A little bit during season 2. I think once during season 1. But and so far twice in season 4. This one and the Return of the Governor during like 2 or 3 episodes ago. I think this is the episode I've been most lost for words. I mean, oh my gosh, where do I begin? I mean, obviously this will most likely be the end of the prison arc, because likely they won't. Nobody's gonna go want to be in the prison except for the undead. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to do the synopsis. If I can, I'll probably end up combining synopsis and likes and dislikes. So it begins with the governor basically talking to his group and about how he's trying to convince them to survive and then battle the prison. And then he says he has 2 hostages, which were Michonne and Herschel. Then in the prison you see Daryl and Rick arguing, about the Carol, and how Rick banished her. And I think the way they did it was awesome because we've had a lot of focus lately on the governor, and I actually did forget about Carol. But it kind of brought me back. So then, as they were gonna go tell Tyrese, Tyrese was like, "We need to find the people who did this. There's another rat half feeding there. Now I see the people who have been feeding the rats have also killed Jake and Karen and all that blah, And then you hear the explosion and you see the governor and his group outside. He shows Michonne and Herschel Rick goes into talking as they're talking. Daryl hands everyone guns and everything. Um, yeah. So after a while, Rick says they could both live here, and blatantly, the governor says liar, and he basically almost decapitates Herschel, thus near killing him. Um, that's when the all-out war starts. Basically, people are firing guns, you know, bullets and grenades and explosions are really a tank because shooting like turkey. And Herschel basically, sorry for the moment. Herschel basically tries to leave to at least die painfully. That doesn't really happen because the governor goes towards him and decapitates him basically. Now on the other side, and by the other side I mean April, not April, Lily. Why do I keep confusing her? See, Lily was left behind to take care of Megan and the other kids, which are like 5 or 6 more. Megan turns in and gets bit by a walker that just happened to be there in the dirt, because there's like a flood. That's like a flash flood area. And at first I'm like, okay, why would a walker be, under the dirt? Then I'm thinking, okay, maybe it got buried. Someone buried it, but didn't know you had to destroy the brain, type of thing. Or maybe, it went into the water, fell down, and because of the flash flood, got buried underneath the sand. One or two. Um, yeah, and it kind of makes sense. Yeah, so, once again, Megan gets bitten, and then Lily's smart idea is to go towards the governor to, have some kind of reconciliation. Just one thing I don't like, she's taking care of like 5 or 6 other kids. You're really gonna leave them just to save your already dead daughter? Kind of weird. I mean, my opinion. I don't know about you. I mean, yeah, but still, I'm pretty sure I saw at least 2 kids, 2 other kids in this episode, and 3 more in the previous one. So yeah. So she goes towards the governor, who, she actually does manage to find him, and the governor grabs Megan. Boom. She's dead now for good. And Lily basically finds out exactly the type of man the governor is. After that, you know, the war's still going on. People die on both sides. Many people, many people. They ram the tank through the fence, keep blowing up certain parts of the prison, and whatever. And you see people getting onto the prison bus, and yeah, Glenn manages to get on the prison bus. That black lady, Jeanette, I believe was her name, she manages to get on the prison bus. But many people don't actually get to go on a prison bus. And besides many extras, red shirts, whatever, background survivors, um, many people don't make it to a prison bus. Um, which is because it leaves early. Like, after they saw that it was getting too bad, whoever was on the bus decided to drive away, and they practically left Rick, Carl, Rashon, Judith, Judith, Beth, Maggie, Bob, and Daryl, Tyrese, Sasha, Sasha, and those 4 kids, Mika and her sister. What was her sister's name? I forget. Wait. The boy Luke, the little boy. The other girl Molly, and Lizzie, Mika's sister, and they all get separated into groups. But I swear, there's a part where I thought they were gonna kill off Daryl. If you remember, as he was shooting at those 2 survivors, a couple of zombies sneak up behind him, I swear he was gonna die. He thankfully he did not die. Um, and yeah, he put a crossbow through the used as protection, threw a grenade, dropped the walker's ass, and then ran and kept defending his own life and whoever he can. Um, yeah. So then everybody who was left in prison splits up into several groups. Michonne splits up with just leaves with herself. Daryl and Beth, that's another group. Carl, Carl and Rick is a third group. Tyrese, Mika, Lizzie, Molly, and Luke um is a fourth group, and the fifth group is Bob, Sasha, and Maggie. It's funny because Tyrese ends up being a babysitter at the end. Yeah. Now, notice I did not say Judith. The reason I did not say Judith is because we have no idea what the F happened to her. Because the four kids, the kids that Tyrese is with at the end of the show, they, the oldest one, Lizzie, says that Carol taught them to be strong. And yeah, they actually made a lot of references to Carol in this episode. It's funny how, it's kind of funny because then I think Rick kind of saved her life. Because originally his plan was Tyrese is gonna end up killing her. Either way, he saved his life because he never end up telling Tyrese. But odds are she probably would have died in this war. Maybe. I mean, she's a tough chick, but you never know. Yeah. So, the kids say you have to be strong and whatever. They leave the baby carriage there with Judy. Oh no, I've got some guns and start shooting up Mainstream. I mean, they just kill random people. Um, Lizzie ends up killing Alicia, who basically, her and another survivor pinned Tyrese down, basically. And yeah, sorry for the movement. Um, I mean, I will do another video, saying whether Judy would die. Quick thought is 50-50 chance it could go either way. I'll explain my reasoning in another video, possibly the next. Um, yeah. So yeah, I'm at a loss for words. I mean, everything's so damn good. Michonne stabs the governor in the back to save Rick, which was very good. Um, props to all the actors, because I think so far in this episode, this by far, by far is my favorite episode. Too Far Gone, number one. Clear, number two. Internment, number three. One, two, three. What's and I forget what's the other one. Number four is the one where the governor came back. Well, the one before Dead Weight. Oh, wow, man. My fourth favorite, and I don't even know. What kind of makes sense? Live Bait. Is my fourth favorite, and my fifth favorite is Dead Weight. So yeah, two, and it's funny because three of them. Oh wait, is it three or four of them? There's three of them. All from season four, which actually the last couple of episodes have actually been pretty good. I like to focus on the governor from the last episodes, and then getting back. I mean, this episode was beautiful. All the actors, I have to give them props. I did not think they could pull this off, but I was wrong. They could pull it off, and they did. And yeah, David Morrissey's last episode was awesome. He plays the governor. He's awesome. Um, Scott, not Scott Gimple. Who's Herschel's actor? Scott Wilson, I mean. Scott Wilson, who plays Herschel. He also did good in his final moments. I like how he was smiling, and being happy that Rick was learning how to communicate with the enemy and all that. All of a sudden, he gets up big cut right in the and in his neck. Yeah, there's one part also with Daryl. When he put the grenade down the cannon of the tank, then Mitch gets out and he's like surrendering. He's like, "Oh, whoa, buddy. Okay, I surrender. I surrender." And he shot him in the heart. That was also pretty cool scene. I wish he would have shot him through the brain, because that would have been cooler, in my opinion. But honestly, that douchebag would have to die by the end of the episode. There's three people though. I still want to know what happened to them. I want to know what happened to Judith, which I will make a video. Tara, because we saw her like panicking right behind the tank right before the fences were down. Then we had nothing to do with her. And then Lily, who killed the governor, and then we have no idea what happened to her. Did she find her sister? I don't know. Another good video idea. Um, and yeah, I mean, this episode was amazing. Amazing. I love it. I love it. I will make 3 new videos today, sometime between today and tomorrow. Um, one of them being what happened to Judith. One of them being did the Charmer sisters find each other at the end of the battle. Another one will be what do I expect to see in the next half of the season. So yeah. This is Daniel Mark. Comment below on your thoughts on this episode and this video. Um, subscribe if you're new around here. Subscribe if you're new around here. Share this. Please share this video on Instagram, Vine, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, whatever you guys have. Should they appreciate it? Again, I do have other videos regarding The Walking Dead, plus other videos on other types of reviews, such as other comic book reviews on The Walking Dead, yes, and then movies and other stuff along that area. And yeah, this is Daniel Moore, and good day.